this lane, you know that I'm not in the tank. Hey, coach, put me in the game.
I'm really out for blood this time, look. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend and tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. Heard they was sleeping again, say it no more. This is a rude awakening, kicking the door. Back and I'm better than ever before. Don't get it mistaken, I'm ready for war. I see the option, I'm up in the score. I catch a and jump in the pause. Follow the core and the back to the more. Take the sheet off and I some more. When I am done at the scene, I won't leave anything. You won't even know who was involved. Don't let me do it cause
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Arizona Cardinals and the Cleveland Browns. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and off we go from Cleveland. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
Hey, heel. Left. Rabbit. Go.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Murray. Throw left side complete. That's Connor. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. First carry for James Conner. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. James Conner taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Cards take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. From his end zone, it's Demetric Felton. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2? Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football.
They're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And the Browns are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Brissett. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. They'll look to throw. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. The 40. The 20. 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
He's got room past the 30. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
That's one way to get yourself out of a hole. They're backed up deep, and while this looked like a simple completion at first, he was able to create some space, and off he goes. Separation not just in the...
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Murray, and the pressure gets to him again. Multiple defenders in there to bring him down as this quarter comes to an end. After 1, our score 9-6. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Myles Garrett, the offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. Murray sets to throw on 4th. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Cardinals are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. Ended up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Murray now on 1st down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. He's got some room to operate. Touchdown! Zach Ertz, 29 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Now for the point after. And oh, it's wide right. No good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Here comes Felton to bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Browns drive about to get started. The football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Brissett now. And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Brissett. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. 3 first-half interceptions now. And, Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jadeveon Clowney. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Murray from midfield. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. He'll dump this one off to Connor. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now a man who punted for the Browns in 2015, Andy Leon, to kick it away. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cardinals will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, Charles, they were so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Big impact play, a tackle for loss. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Murray giving to Connor on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Murray now. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
They're going for it. Hits Murray. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Browns' drive about to get started. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points. Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Off the play fake, here's Brissett. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play action now. Brissett on the move to his left. And that's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Now Brissett on 4th down. And my goodness, another interception. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
Here comes Felton to bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can. And now here is another interception. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. And this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
Murray now on 1st down. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And this will be swung out here for Conner. Touchdown, Cardinals. James Conner, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cardinals take a 3-touchdown lead. Point after try forthcoming. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Cardinals 28, round 6.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here comes Felton to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And my goodness, another interception. Jalen Thompson picks it. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
3rd quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Murray. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sione Takitaki picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. On 4th down, Murray. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he is going to have the Cardinals' 1st down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Conner. And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here.
They'll run here with Conner. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. And the kick here no good, but a penalty flag is down. Looks like he got run into. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
Conner going to try and run it. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game. And now here is another interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
It was Jacob Phillips who was able to bring him down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Murray. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Now, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. On 4th down, Murray. Touchdown! Zach Ertz. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cardinals add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here comes Felton to bring it out of the end zone. A dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Browns drive about to get started. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The Browns on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, Brissett. Right back to Njoku. And they move this all the way down to the 9. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. They'll run with Chubb. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to throw it. Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught. A huge play there for Arizona. 42 yards.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
And this will be caught
And the carnage continues. Another touchdown. Extra point attempt to follow here. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Cleveland offense ready to go. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game is.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
It's a gain of 10, and the Cardinals first down.
Quick slant, caught by Moore. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
First and goal at the 10-yard line.
On first and 10 is Counter. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. To throw, it's Murray. Hurts over the middle. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's third and goal. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. It's a foot race. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
And they will not get the 2 points here, but it wouldn't have mattered anyways. And that will be the final snap of the ball game. So they tried to tack on 2 more, wouldn't have mattered as far as who won and who lost, but that's how this one ends.
Felt like cosmetics, didn't it? Just put another 2 points on the board, make the score look a little bit better. Maybe they wanted to run a 2-point conversion just to see what they had. Who knows? But it just wasn't necessary.
Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute, I'ma need me some.
We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. Dustin Hopkins about set to get us started, and off we go from SoFi Stadium. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his get out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers have spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce, 63 yards. And the Chiefs need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overramped. Others saying, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
From the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. Finding room at midfield. And some room to maneuver. Still on his feet. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Going back to Allen. He's got him again. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage is simply running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack, but that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of.
Touchdown, Chargers! Gerald Everett, 9-yard touchdown Brown. And the Chargers are back within a score. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score. Chiefs 12. Chargers 7. Dustin Hopkins to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Oh, good-looking return set up here. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not the kind of game that will go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You may also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And the first down, Chiefs.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Chiefs 12. Chargers 7.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
This will be caught at about the 6. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Touchdown, LA! Keenan Allen, 57 yards. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And the lead is now 2.
Makes the score. Chargers 14, Chiefs 12.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this goal around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
First down, Kansas City.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. His throw incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
To throw once more on second and 10. Mahomes. And this pass caught by Gray. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Throwing is Mahomes on third. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard. But more importantly, it leads to fourth down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Butker's kick here is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And that flag accepted. So what a turnaround there. A roughing call on the field goal try leads to first and goal. Here's Edwards-Helaire. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up.
As larger been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on first and goal.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on second and goal? Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. From back at the 2, here's third and goal. Mahomes takes it himself. And this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Mahomes
goes now on the sneak. Trying to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On first down, it's Herbert. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he'll get this up to right around the 8-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be second in a couple.
Brings up second and 2.
Here's Herbert. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Herbert. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. A gain there of 21 yards. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now it's Herbert. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football back at their own 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Chiefs 12.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. From the 10. Now a hit and a loose football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. So that's a solid start to the second half. You come out of the lockers losing, thinking you're kicking it away, not going to have it, but boom, the fumble, they get it right back.
I don't know whether they even drew that up on the board or was it just said, but they had to have it. They needed a spark to get them going here in the second half, and they got it right away.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to drop it for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he should be able to pin it back deep here with his first punt. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
It's now 4th down.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. He will have the conversion and more than that. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The Chiefs' 32-yard line.
Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got. Kelly to try to punch it in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Joshua Kelly punching it in from a yard away. And the Chargers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes this a 9-point game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be
The final play of the third quarter. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4. They go play fake. Mahomes. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelsey, on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Mahomes will throw for it. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And some room to work. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. There's the stiff arm. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Herbert now. He'll get this to Eckler. They find some open field here. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, 39 yards. And the Chargers will add to their 4th quarter lead. Hopkins with the extra point. His guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score. Chargers 28, Chiefs 18.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were in the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Mahomes. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again. Well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
The Chiefs' 28-yard line.
They're going to go toss right side with Eckler. Down to the 25. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And find Everett there, complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Kelly on the counter. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.